Hey everyone, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I am so glad you're here. My name's Leslie. You are in my kitchen down on our farm and I'm thrilled to have you with me. So if you're not new, welcome back. You guys know how much I love you. If you are new, I'd love for you to hit subscribe, hit that bell notification. Be sure to give me a thumbs up and just become part of our community. It is, in my opinion, the best community on YouTube ever. So we pray for one another. We share our ideas with one another. It's just a great and awesome community. Listen, as you can see, we are bracing for Hurricane Debbie. I think she's a tropical storm now. Tropical Storm Debbie. She is making her way through our area. They're expecting lots of flooding. I'm hoping it's not going to be as bad as what they have said, but it is a day for, it's not really that cold. In fact, I think the high is going to be in the 70s, but it's a day that kind of made me want to get out the sweatshirt, curl up in the chair, and just doze or whatever. But it's also a great day for cookies. And we always love cookies, and you know me and my love for maple, so we're going to make some maple cookies today. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all my ingredients. I'm going to meet you back here in just a second. We'll go through the ingredients, and that way you can jot them down if you need to. And then we'll get these things baking. They have a nice glaze on them, so they are going to be delicious. So let me grab everything I need. I'll meet you back right here. All right, so if you've grabbed a piece of paper, let's go over the recipe real quick. You're going to need a half a cup of butter, which here in the United States is 1 stick. So 1 stick of butter, 1 egg. We're also going to need a half a cup of sugar. And that's just regular granulated sugar, half a cup of sugar, 1/4 of a cup of maple syrup. We're going to use 1/4 of a cup of maple syrup. That's going to drive home the maple flavor, and it's also going to add the sweetness to it along with the sugar. So we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla, which I don't have out yet, a teaspoon of vanilla, 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. So let me grab the vanilla. Also, now this is my little addition to the recipe. One of my sweet viewers knows about my love of anything maple, so they sent me this recipe and I appreciate it so very much. But I'm going to add just a little bit, I'm going to Leslieise it, and we're going to add just about 1/4 of a teaspoon of maple extract. Just a little bit, just to give it that maple punch. We're going to add a little bit to the cookie and a little bit to the glaze. So this right now is just the cookie portion of the recipe. We'll go over the glaze in just a minute. So let me grab the vanilla. I'll meet you back and we'll start putting this cookie together. All right, so let's get started. So in my stand mixer, I'm going to go ahead in with the butter. I have my paddle attachment out. I'll cut the camera off while I mix just because it's really loud and so forth. So I always take my finger and scrape be sure I'm getting all the butter. All right, and so to that, we're going to also mix in the granulated sugar. I'm going to get that started. I'll bring you right back. Okay guys, we have that mixed up nicely. Let's go ahead in with I'm going to raise this up just so I don't spill it. Our 1/4 of a cup of maple syrup. I'm also going to go ahead in with our egg. And our vanilla. And I'm also going to go ahead in with our maple extract. And we're going to give that a mix. I'm just using, well, of course it's new and I don't have the lid off. I'm just using probably a little bit less than 1/4 of a teaspoon of the extract. So I want to get all of this maple syrup and all of that vanilla. All right, we're gonna mix again, and then I'll bring you back and we'll mix up our flour and baking powder. If I have to stop the camera, it's because we're getting all kinds of weather alerts, and you know, you have to acknowledge them before they go away. So to our 2 cups of all-purpose flour, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And I'm just going to take a whisk because I saw some clumps in this flour. I don't usually sift. My Pampered Chef whisk here is kind of a double whisk. I don't know if you can see that. And that usually works pretty good to get all the lumps out. I could use a sieve. All right, so here is our mixture, and we're going to slowly add in just a little bit of this flour. We're going to add it in a little at a time because we don't want to poof. All right, I'm going to get this mixed in. I'll bring you back. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to chill the dough or not, but I may chill it for just about 30 minutes. We'll see. I'm definitely going to scrape the sides to be sure I have everything incorporated. All right. So let me turn it up. You only want to mix it until it is well mixed together. So I'm going to scrape down the sides, run it one more time, and then I am going to chill this. I think it needs to be chilled. So I'll bring you back when we get it out of the refrigerator. I'm probably going to let it chill about 30 minutes. So I let the dough chill for about 30 minutes, and we're going to go ahead and scoop it. We're going to scoop it into balls. I am out of my parchment paper. You guys, if you have followed me, you know I ordered that on Amazon. It comes in a pack of 200 sheets. They're already pre-cut, but I'm out. So we're just going to do one batch at a time, and I'm just going to ball these outward. This is about a tablespoon ball, and I'm going to place them about 2 inches apart from one another. And we'll just do as many batches as we need to do. If they're not coming out in pretty balls, you can just take your hand. Once we get them all scooped out, take your hand, just put them in a nice little ball, stick them on there. But they're, you didn't see that. I just roll it in there and put it down. But they're coming out pretty good right now. So I'm going to finish filling this up, and we're going to bake this at 350 for approximately 11 minutes, 10 to 11 minutes. And then we'll let them cool while we make a glaze to go on top. It's going to also be a maple glaze, so we are just knocking home this maple flavor. Y'all, it was such a rainy, dreary, stormy day. I initially thought this would be a great day. I know I'm doing it early, but it would be a great day to go ahead and get out fall decorations. I don't think I'm going to decorate today just because I would really like to just get my Bible out and sit in the chair and read my Bible. I'm longing for that today. So I think I'll wait. But that was my original plan. And one reason I want to go ahead and, because we have a lot coming up in the next few weeks. And anyway, I just would like to go ahead and get it done. But I think I'm going to wait another day or two. But hey, it is getting that time of year where I'm getting ready for fall. So, okay, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 15 on here. So we're going in 350 for about 10 minutes. While this is in the oven, I'm going to stick the dough back in the refrigerator and let it keep chilling. And so, yeah, I'll see you when they come out. The cookies are out of the oven and they are cooling. The recipe actually made for me, it ended up being 33 cookies. Bryant's actually already eaten one, and so I have 32 now. But the recipe said it would make 24, but for me it made 33. So, excuse me. Let's go ahead and get the glaze made. We have a cup of powdered sugar right here. And we're going to go in, we're going to keep the maple theme going. We're going to go in with a tablespoon of maple syrup. And I'm actually just going to lay that down right there. We're going to punch it up with the maple again with a fourth, maybe not quite a fourth of a teaspoon of maple extract, just to give it that extra little punch we need. And we're going to start with 1 tablespoon of milk. If you had heavy cream, that would be better, but we're going to start with 1 tablespoon of milk, and we can add more if needed. And I believe we will need some more, because we want this to be a drizzle consistency. So I'm going to put a splash more of milk. Just remember, if you're making a glaze with powdered sugar, if you need it thinner, just add more liquid. If you by chance get it too thin, then add more powdered sugar. Okay, I think that's going to be perfect. You want it to be able to drizzle like that. And so I think that's absolutely perfect. I'm going to get these cookies out to cool on a rack. And then we're just going to set the rack right back in the cookie sheet we baked them on. So let me get those transferred. I'll bring you back when we ice the cookies. All right, I just laid the rack right back on the cookie sheet I baked it in. Now, I wanted to show you this cookie, and you may ask, you know, most of them look like this. Why does this one look like this? I said I scraped the sides, and I did, but I didn't scrape the bottom really well. So when I went in with the scoop, I must have got a lot of butter in that one, and it just spread out, but it's still going to be delicious. We're not going to cry about that at all. So I want to kind of push them close together. And you can ice them one of 2 ways. You can take your cookie like this, dip it in there. And first of all, look how beautifully golden brown the bottom is. Can y'all see that? You can just dip them in the glaze like that. Or you can come in and drizzle the glaze. Whatever you prefer. I'll probably do a little bit of both. In fact, I think the dipping is actually prettier. So let me get rid of my whisk here. I think the dipped ones just maybe look nicer. So I'm just going to dip with my fingers. Don't worry about getting it on your fingers because you'll lick those in a minute. All right, so I'm going to dip or drizzle the rest of these cookies, and we'll be back for, oops, I dipped the bottom on that one. We'll be back for Bryant to give it a nice taste test. I can't wait for him to taste. He's already tasted just the cookie. He hasn't tasted the cookie with the icing yet. So I'm excited. Y'all know I'm excited because they're maple. Thank you to my subscriber who sent me this recipe, who knows how much I love maple anything. My favorite thing in the world is maple candy, that you use just maple syrup and you cook it to this consistency where it becomes almost like fudge. Cracker Barrel used to sell it. I have not found it in Cracker Barrel in ages. But That was my favorite candy in the whole wide world. So, all right. I'm going to keep doing this. I'll bring you guys back when I get it all finished. Okay, everybody, we are ready to taste test these absolutely beautiful,
they're gorgeous,
maple cookies and with maple icing. Now, he tasted it before it was iced.
That's right.
So how did you like just the cookie?
Just the cookie was fine. It wasn't overpowering or anything. I like it better with icing. That is really good. Soft, very flavorful. I mean, a cup of coffee. Those are really good.
Y'all, these may be a new item on the Christmas goodie table.
I agree. They're good.
That icing, I could soak in that icing.
Lick the bowl. Yeah.
That is delicious.
What happened to that one?
Well, that one had a little extra butter in it.
The extra butter?
Oh my goodness, they're good.
Really, really good.
They are very good. So I guess I know what we'll be having for dessert tonight.
Sounds good.
Maple cookies. All right, guys.
Were they easy?
They were very easy. Very easy, simple ingredients. The only thing you may not have is the maple extract, and I added that just because I felt it needed another little punch of maple because I love maple.
But it's not overpowering.
No, it is delicious. So I think you probably have everything to make this, with the exception of maybe maple extract. Maple extract's not something I keep on hand all the time, but chances are I have it. But anyway, all right, guys, I'm going to sign out for here. The hurricane we're in a lull right now. I think it'll be tropical storm. We're in a lull right now. I think it'll kind of flare back up in a little bit, but right now I'm going to maybe make a pot of coffee and enjoy a couple more cookies. So, all right, y'all, these were really, really good. Very delicious. If you love maple, give these a try. All right, guys, I will see you next time on the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I think that'll be tomorrow's video. Yep. So anyway, I'll see you next time. Remember, the grease is hot enough. You can fry anything. Bye, y'all.